Another important term in the transport layer is windowing. We already saw in the last lecture what flow control is and what acknowledge means. Now in this lecture we'll saw the definition of windowing. Well, ideally, data throughput happens quickly and efficiently, right? And as you can imagine, it would be slow if the transmitting machine had to wait after for an acknowledgement after sending each segment. But because time is available after the sender transmits the data segment and before it finishes processing acknowledgements from the receiving machine, the sender uses the break as an opportunity to transmit more data. The quantity of data segments that the transmitting machine is allowed to send without receiving an acknowledgement is represented by something called a window. Now, it's important to understand that the size of the window controls how much information is transferred from one end to another. Although some protocols quantify information by observing the number of packets, TCP/IP measures it by counting the number of bytes. Windows are used to control the amount of outstanding unacknowledged data segments. Well, the figure illustrates two sizes of windows. One is set to 1 and the other one is set to 3. In this simplified example, both the sending and the receiving machines are workstations. Okay. So when you have configured a window size of 1, the sending machine waits for an acknowledgement for each data segment it transmits before transmitting the another. For example, in the first case, in the upper half, first data packet is sent by the sender of window size 1 and the receiver sends the acknowledgement for the first size. Okay. Then again the sender sends data packet 2 and the receiver sends acknowledgement 2. After the acknowledgement has been received by the sender, then only the sender will transmit the next data segment. But in the lower half, the sender sends packets 1, 2 and 3 because the window size is 3. So from this example, from this figure, you can understand that window size basically corresponds the amount of data that can be transferred in one go. For example, if window size is 5, then the sender can transmit 5 MB of data. If the window size is 10, then the sender can transmit 10 MB of data before it sends the next 10 MB of data. This is the sole purpose of windowing. If a receiving host fails to receive all the segment that it should acknowledge, the host can improve the communication by decreasing the window size. This is a logical statement. All you can understand is if the receiver is not able to accept 10 MB of data, the sender might try sending 5 MB of data, which is decreasing the window size. This is all for the transport layer. Now, I would again like to remind you that we are still on the transport layer. We are yet to go into the network, the data link and the physical layers. We are going to see all of these layers in the upcoming video lectures. If you have any doubts regarding any of these layers, please do not hesitate to ask the questions in the Q&A portal. I have tried my level best to explain all these terms in a layman's language in as simple terms as possible. But if you have any doubts, please feel free to ask us. Do not hesitate. We will try to answer your questions within 48 hours at our best. I will see you in the next lecture where we will see the network layer of the OSI model.